guys, it's Myleik of curlBOX, and I am here with Richelieu Dennis at SheaMoisture. It's like the most amazing thing happening, and I'm so glad to be here. We're going to talk about everything that they have going on, and it is my pleasure. Richelieu, Rich.
Good morning.
Thanks for having me. I read that this is a family business, and this was started with your grandmother.
So my grandmother made and sold skin and hair preparations from local produce.
Okay.
And sold it in our village market in Sierra Leone. We got to learn how to make these different natural ingredients, how to make sure that they were efficacious, how to listen to what people needed, sell them in the village. And so we started making soap and selling it on the street in New York.
Back then, when you were like the human touch, like you were able to talk and touch every customer, and now your product—
We still do, actually.
You do?
Yeah.
How are you still touching the customers as you're growing?
What we were really trying to do was to make things that people wanted,
Okay.
and not necessarily things that we wanted to make.
Right.
Right, and so that philosophy really is what you see manifested today, and that came from my grandmother, because she would never say, "Oh, I've got this great idea, I want to make this." It would always be, so-and-so asked for this, let me go see if I can do it.
Okay, so not
Right.
like I'm gonna make this and push this out to you. I'm gonna listen to what you want and see if I can make it for you.
Yes.
And that's still the philosophy.
And that's the philosophy.
I love that. You were talking about local products, you're talking about local produce, and you're talking about like really great quality ingredients. And when I think about things like that, I think like, oh my God, this is gonna cost. And it's great. Like, how can I afford something so great? Like, how important is the price to you?
Right. So this is gonna sound crazy coming from somebody that's supposed to be running a business, but price isn't really important to us at all.
Wow. Price is irrelevant.
But price is irrelevant. What's more important is the person that's using the product.
Okay.
And what their needs are. And
Okay.
so we focus on making sure that we can deliver that.
Okay.
And then we charge the best price that we can afford to charge. And our business was never built on a profit and loss statement. It was never built on how much profit or margin are we going to make. It was always built on what's the best that we can make. So we learned how to make and do everything ourselves. As a result, we're one of the very, very few companies that manufactures, that develops.
Wow.
We have our own manufacturing facility.
Wow.
Our own tanks, our own mixers,
Yeah.
our own cooling system.
Right. And for people, I don't know that a lot of people know this, that a lot of companies don't do this themselves. They outsource a lot of this. And then they kind of just have they market it, or it's like some phone calls. But
they're marketing companies.
They're marketing companies, right. You are still touching everything, like just from the beginning, you're still touching everything.
We're touching everything and we're owning everything.
Yeah.
Right? So we own all our own formulations. We own our buildings. We own our manufacturing. We own our trucks. We own our...
Wow.
It's so to answer your question, the way that we can afford to do that is that we take a lot of the cost out of the system.
Okay.
By not having all of these middlemen, right?
Okay, right.
We're able to control and maintain our quality because it's our quality, right? It's our pride that goes into there.
Right.
And so that enables us to be very competitive when it comes to pricing, right?
Okay.
And then all of this is driven by a philosophy of our consumers deserve the best product at the best price.
Right.
Right? And it doesn't have to be cheap, poor quality in order for it to be affordable or attainable.
That's awesome.
It can still be aspirational and still be affordable.
I love it. So social media, you know, do you have an Instagram or Twitter?
Sure.
And do you post?
No. I don't have anything to say.
What do you mean you don't have anything to say?
I don't have anything to say. I let my company do the talking. I let the business that we're running do the talking. I let my family do the talking. I let our product do the talking, right? So on Instagram, I'll go and see what people are saying. And if I have something to say against what they're saying, I'll say it.
Okay. Okay.
On Facebook, same thing. On Twitter, the same thing. But I'm not driven, if you will,
Okay.
by my message. Right?
Okay.
I'm driven by the message that other people want me to be a vessel for.
Okay.
Not about.
Right. It's not at all, but you are the CEO, and so people want to talk to you.
Well, that's only because my family couldn't figure out what else to do with it.
Your company's 70% women,
Yes.
female employees,
Yep.
which is really cool. You are the CEO, but everyone looks happy here, and like you have to, like there has to be something about you that makes people want to work with and for you. And so you were saying that you're really good at being led.
I'm awesome at being led.
Which
do
I
that.
think
I do
every
that the
man,
best.
I
Yeah.
think you need to start a separate business teaching men how to be led by women. Yeah. What is the way as a CEO and a busy, person, how do you communicate?
The best tool of communication for me is text,
Text.
because it's short,
Okay.
right? And
You
it's
can't-
to the point.
Right, loved it.
The other thing that often gets forgotten is how underserved the consumers that we serve
Yeah,
have been,
for a long time.
right? So long. What we fought against was having a balance,
Okay.
right? So I want you to be able to walk in the store. I want my daughters to be able to walk in the store and find everything that they want in every retailer, everything that they need. They shouldn't have to work so hard and compromise for the. They shouldn't be treated like an afterthought, right?
Yes.
They should be thought of in the same way that they think of every other consumer.
Right.
Right, with the same amount of care. And that's everything from what the font is, what the graphics are, what the messaging is, to what the products are, right?
Yep.
Make sure you've got the right product, great product. Make sure you have a variety of price points. So that fight wasn't about SheaMoisture. That fight was about liberating the consumer at retail.
Now, I did Google your name because I just wanted to know, what do people want to know about you? And so I saw the main thing people are looking for is your email address.
So I'll say two things. So anybody that's out there that's trying to get started and looking to get started,
Okay.
my email is rich@SheaMoisture.com.
Okay.
Right? And if I can in any way share any knowledge or insight that can help you get where you're trying to go, it's what I do.
Okay.
So I'm happy to do that. I'll throw that out there now.
Wow. So
the
so you
second-
can stop Google searching. Now this
Exactly.
video is going to get so many hits because I have the answer.
There you go. And so for us, it's, let's make sure, the authenticity, right? Let's
Yep.
make sure we stay true to who we are. Let's
Yep.
make sure we stay true to who we service.
Yep.
And let's make sure that we're doing this for the right reasons.
Perfect.
And I think
Yeah.
if that happens, I think we'll be fine. And
I think so
we'll continue to innovate and we'll continue to bring new.
Awesome. Well, I thank you so much for having me. This has been a really awesome conversation. I think it's great for consumers, great for entrepreneurs, great for all of your Google fans because they have your email address now. And so I'm really thrilled to be able to see everything.